Hello, hello. Welcome to today's stretch routine. Today we're focusing on getting our middle splits, which is something you guys have been requesting for a long time and I'm finally doing. And I will say you're gonna need a couple of things for the end of this video. You're gonna wanna have a couple of pillows, just one pillow, two pillows maybe, or if you have a yoga block or two, those will be great. And also you're gonna want access to a wall that is like long enough where if you put your legs against it, you have enough space, basically. And I do want to preface this video by saying, you getting your middle splits, no, that's not what I want to say. I just want to say that middle splits are kind of overrated in my opinion. I don't think that it's a stretch that necessarily does a lot for you in dance. And what I mean by that is, yes, it's great if you're gonna be doing choreography where you need to like transition through a middle split on the floor or something. But other than that, it doesn't really translate a whole lot into your dancing. I think there are a lot of other stretches that you can do that will do better things for you, like for your leaps and for your extensions and whatever you're trying to do. That is just my opinion. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments. And also no shade or hate to any of you who want to get your middle splits. Of course, I want you to watch this video and follow along. So like, I'm here for it, but just know that it's not that important. You're not a bad dancer if you can't get your middle splits, okay? So why don't we go ahead and stand on up? Let's go ahead and start with our feet really super wide apart and just take some deep breaths in and deep plies down and in. I really just want you to start warming your hips up a little bit. Let's go ahead and reach over to the side. And let's do a flat back over one side. We're not gonna do a whole lot for our hamstrings in this stretch because, like I said, it's for your middle splits and you don't need your hamstrings to be that stretched out. If you do wanna do a hamstring focus stretch, I just did one the other day, so go ahead and go over to that afterwards. Let's drop it down to this leg. So here, I want you to have both toes pointing forward and you're just reaching over to that one leg. So this will start to stretch more of the outside of your hamstring, whereas if you turn out that foot, it's gonna do like straight behind your leg. Okay, now go ahead and turn that foot out so you're facing it. And we're gonna come all the way back up. So we're gonna go back to our flat back and then to our side stretch and up. And then we're gonna go to the other side. Trying to keep this portion quick, but still get you a little bit of a stretch. Okay, flat back. And drop it down. So keep both toes pointing forward now. Okay, and then turn it out and face that leg. All right, let's flat back up. And reach side. And come up. Let's go all the way down forward. Take a deep breath in and exhale. See if you can drop it down a little further down. Now I want you to Come up, ooh, my elbows popped, into your sumo stance. So you're in a big wide second position, feet are turned out. Make sure, I said this in my last video I think, make sure that your booty is not pushing back like this right here and your chest isn't forward. You want everything to be in line and you're dropping straight down. Those knees are going straight over your toes. Okay. So just hang here. We want to start to get those hips warmed up. And I'm going to drop to my elbows now. Okay, I want you to take one of your hands and press one knee out. Okay, let's switch and do the other side. Okay, and then just dropping back down again. Let's take a quick break, so straighten those legs up. Just let your body hang over. Okay, let's twist to one side and get into a lunge. We're not gonna hold this too long. And I won't make you do any balancing stuff like I normally do. I'm all about testing your strength at the same time as stretching because strength is equally important, if not more important than being flexible. So usually I try to incorporate some strength stuff in here, but we're gonna move through this pretty quickly today. So what I want you to do here now is come up. I don't even know how to talk. Come up, bring your arms straight up. So I lied, there's a little bit of strength. And then twist that back foot open. And this is called a warrior two. So your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat if you're on one. The other leg is facing straight forward and you're reaching forward. We're starting to open up this inner thigh in the front, which is really important for your middle splits. So I'm slipping really hard on this mat. Okay, now what I want you to do is straighten both legs and put your hands down on the floor. One hand on the floor and one straight up. So you're kind of making like this triangle pose here. Just slowly opening those inner thighs. Okay, let's come back to a lunge because I'm falling. Back to lunge. Let's drop the knee just for kicks, just for a second. Let that hip open up a little. My hips are sore, so it's kind of why I wanted to do it. Okay, now here's a fun one. Let's turn to the front into our little Spider-Man, whatever this is. Is there like a yoga name for this? There probably is, and I'm gonna look it up so that I can say it. Okay, we're gonna switch to the other side. So this stretch is really, really good for your middle splits, honestly, because it's really opening up that inner thigh. So you want to make sure that you're sitting down and rotating this bottom leg under. You're not going too far forward with it. So you're here. If you want to deepen it a little, you can press this leg out a little, either with your hand or with your elbow. Let's go ahead and turn to our lunge on this side. Let's hope I don't slip and slide again. So we're just lunging it out for a second. And now arms go up and we twist into warrior two. Also, my quads are sore from a workout I did yesterday, so this is all around not really a fun time for me right now. Go ahead and straighten, reach down and open. I know this doesn't feel like it would be for your middle splits, but it is. Hopefully you're feeling it a little bit in this inner thigh of the leg that you're reaching over. Okay, back down to our lunge. I'm like really warm in here because I can't have my fan on or else you guys will hear it. So I'm sweating for you, just so you know. Turn to the front. Make sure that you're breathing. I say this all the time, but breathing is so underrated in improving your flexibility. Switch to the other side. When you focus on your breathing, it really actually lets your muscles relax and get deeper into the stretches. So don't be afraid. Okay. Let us do a little bit of a pigeon now. So pigeon, we're gonna get our front leg bent, kind of parallel to our mat if we can. Back leg is just chilling back there, straighten out. Straighten out, straight out. It's been a long day, long week. It's Friday for me, so I'm ready for the weekend. Okay, let's do the other pigeon. Okay, let's come to a straddle now. Let me fix my mat or it's gonna bother me. Okay, straddle, yay. So here, we're not really doing a middle split yet. There's a difference. And in the straddle, we want our legs to be turned out. So your knees are either up toward the ceiling or pointing a little bit back. So if your legs are too far open to the side, you're not gonna be able to do that. Make sure that they're at a good enough distance apart from each other that you can do this, okay? So why don't we just go ahead and start by reaching to the side, pick a side. And then face your leg. And now let's reach toward the inside of the leg. and try and reach as far down as you can, making sure you're not rolling your legs in. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out and try and get a little bit further down or closer to the floor. In this position, you also want to make sure that your hips both stay on the floor. So make sure that opposite hip isn't popping up. Both booty cheeks should be on the floor. Let's go round and up and go to the other side. Nose to knee. See, it's both good and bad doing these real-time stretches because it's good that I don't have to edit in a voiceover afterwards because that can take a while. But it's bad because I only have one shot to say the right words. A lot of times I fumble over what I'm trying to say. Okay, reach toward the inside of your leg. But it's okay, mistakes happen. I think y'all are okay with it. Okay, we're gonna stay here for just a couple more breaths. So reach as far as you can. Okay, let's come up. We're gonna reach toward the center now, and then we will get into our more middle splits focused stretches. Reach forward. Okay, slowly work yourself up. All right, so this first one we're gonna do before we get out our pillows and our wall and our props. We're gonna sit in kind of like a frog stretch almost, but you more wanna think of it as like half of your middle split, or a middle split with bent knees, basically. So you're gonna have to gauge for yourself what feels good here and feels like a comfortable position to sit in. So if you can see here, my knees are out to the side. And if I were to just straighten my legs out right now, I'd be in my middle split. But we're gonna keep the knees bent and just lean forward like this. So go ahead and get into it. And we're gonna hang here, and you can slowly, like if you don't feel the stretch, you can open your legs out a little bit more. But be gentle with yourself and go slowly, because honestly, after you sit in this for like 10 seconds, you will start to feel it. So we're just gonna sit here for a second and let those hips start to stretch out. You may have to readjust yourself. Do what you need to do. Just be careful. You shouldn't be shifted too far back with those hips or too far forward. Like I said, if you were to straighten out your knees right now, then you should be in your middle split. So wherever that is for you. Let's hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come out of that. Now I want you to go ahead and grab your pillows or your yoga blocks. If you need to pause for a second and grab those, go ahead and do so. Okay, so I've got my 2 pillows, and what we're gonna do is a half of a middle split, like this. 1 foot up on the pillows, the other leg is bent and it's down. And once again, you'll have to adjust as needed to fill this stretch, but go ahead and get down on one side and just let your hips sink down toward the floor. Keep on holding. I know it can feel awkward and maybe it hurts, but that's how we get there. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to the other side. I should really buy some yoga blocks, but making use with what I have. Okay, other side. My hips are popping, or my knees. If this feels too far down for you, I'm sorry I didn't say this on the other side, but you can stay up on your hands. Okay, relax. We do not need the pillows anymore. We're gonna go over to our wall now. I'm gonna use that wall over here. I'm gonna turn my camera just a little bit so y'all can see me, and I'm gonna throw this out of the way. See me? Yes, you can. What we're gonna do is we're gonna lay down. We're gonna straighten our legs out behind us, like so, and then walk ourselves up against the wall, like this. And you're trying to use your hands to push you closer to the wall. So you're kind of doing like, you're laying here with your legs open, and then you're just pushing back. And this looks super awkward. And I know there are weird people on the internet that are probably gonna find this video, but you know what? It's fine, I'm doing it to myself. So just hang out here, trying to push yourself as close as you can to the wall. I find that this is a good stretch for your inner thighs, and it doesn't put as much pressure on the hips because you're letting your whole body basically be down on the ground and just push back. So hopefully y'all are understanding that and you can feel that. But you're also welcome to just get into your middle split basically. I'm gonna stay in this one now, and we will do our middle split after this, so don't worry. Let's do a few more breaths here. Okay, let's relax. Okay, we are gonna do our, ooh, just hit the wall. We're gonna do our actual middle split now. So let me see which way I wanna face. I'll just be right here, it's fine. Our camera angle is a little off now, but it's fine. Okay, so do what you wanna do with your hips for just a second. Let them relax, shake them out. So we're gonna get into it. Okay, ready? Pop it out. So while we're here, maybe I'll tell you guys a story because middle splits are painful and I'm gonna try and distract you. So when I was younger, I used to love middle splits. You know, I actually used to be a very like show-offy little kid, which like I'm not like that anymore, I hope not. But I was the type of kid that was like wanted to show everyone every cool trick that I could do all the time. So I was always busting into my middle splits in the middle of nowhere, like on the beach or like on the playground at school. And I do remember I had this ballet teacher. I think it was like my first ballet class with this new teacher. And I was like, we were stretching and I'm like, look what I can do. And I bust into my middle split just like this, right? And I just remember her looking at me and saying, that doesn't mean anything. Sit down in your straddle and turn out your legs. That's what I care about. Middle splits aren't really that important. And I remember, I was only like 6. I remember feeling so sad that she said that. Like it flipped my whole world upside down to hear someone say that my middle splits were not that impressive. So maybe that's why I've been like on this trajectory my whole life where I don't think middle splits are that cool anymore because she ruined it for me. Okay guys, hope that was a good story. Let's relax. Ooh, my hips hurt. I'm sure yours do. Okay, make sure that you kind of like shake it out now. Do whatever other kind of little stretches you want to do to let your hips relax. And remember, you don't need to do this every single day. Maybe do it a couple times a week, or just do a couple of the stretches that I showed. You'll be well on your way to getting your middle splits. Just remember it takes time and lots of persistence. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. Well, maybe you didn't enjoy it, but hopefully it helped you. And if it did, give this video a thumbs up. And I hope to have you back for my next video. Make sure you subscribe. Follow along with this series. Okay, bye guys. Thanks for watching.